Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music, and I'm here with another Gizmo Sunday. I want to look at Oceanswift Synthesis's new Kontakt 8 drum sample library effects processor. It's a drum machine. It's not a drum machine because it doesn't have a sequencer built in, but man, it's got slots for drums, tons of drum samples, some great effects. Oceanswift Synthesis's Myth Rhythm. I'm going to be trying to say myth rhythm through this whole review. Let's take a look at it. Okay, the first thing I wanted to try was the init patch, and so I banged on a tin can and I recorded myself some samples on and just dropped them into these slots. Right? Now, each slot can load a sample, and I have it set up so that, I love this sound. And it's panned way over to this side. Let's try to pan it more center. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I've basically got, it's all the same sound. I just pitched things down, changed the filter, added effects. Like here's a delay. Replica delay in Kontakt 8. Velocity controls cutoff. This one's reversed, and this one's positive. So I can get a little beat going. Very fun with samples I make myself. Now you're probably hearing a little bit of click, click, clickety click from my keyboard. So I'm going to turn off my mic and I'll do that again. Like literally any sample you want to load in there will play for you. So let's just take a sample. Let's see. I'm going to go over here and just find something. Okay, let's use that. That's number one. We're just going to drag it into this slot here. And once I have that slot loaded up, and it happens to be this key here. It's an E flat. It's pretty loud, sorry. I want to actually turn on the amplitude envelope. I'm going to turn the hold all the way down. Okay, I'm liking that. I want to tune it down. Pan it a little. Let's make the attack slower. Nice. And that would go over to the filter. Maybe a bandpass filter. See how now I have like a little swooshy sound? This is great. A little slower. And let's send it to the reverb. And then I'm going to go into options, and I've got all kinds of controls here. Right now I have velocity controlling cutoff. So the lower velocities right now are just giving me this sound. I'm going to turn up how much it... Oh, that's nice. Great. Now I have a hi-hat. Let's look at the presets. Over here, we've got banks. There's plenty of great sounds here. But what about like just an actual drum kit? And with the drum kits, they've done EQ filters. They've done work on them. You hear the reverb. We've got dynamics. And let's just go ahead and turn the dynamics on. So we can turn on dynamics separately for each. See how that works? Sound. So. I'm just playing that on the keyboard. So much fun. That's beat anomaly and then Deep paranoia, exactly the same phrase. Right? I love that effect. The effects are pretty great. For instance, over here, we've got all the effects that you'd associate with Kontakt dropped in. And I could turn on delay, replica delay, admittedly, a kind of a, a little bit power hungry delay, but super fun, well worth doing. So now. Clappity, 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 clappity. And these samples just come with it. I think there's like at least 4 gigs of material just with it. Let's try hallucination. We could probably just go on and on and on. I love finger drumming, and I usually just use a regular drum kit to do it with. But this is super fun because it just feels like it's very much in the electronic or electronica realm. These sounds are, I think, tailored for dance music, for experimental and effects-based rhythms, as opposed to like, I sound like I'm a drummer type thing. So just looking at these banks, percussion kits, a whole other thing. Clicks are great. Like sometimes you just want to kind of click away, right? Sound kits include like really just ambient sound effects.
Thank you for waiting. Now all passengers seating in Zone A and B, which includes our passengers.
It's like just being at the airport. I'm getting a little bit of flashback as it is. They spent a lot of time recording their baby. And here we are in Berlin.
Mullerstraße. Museum Karlshaus.
We're on the U-Bahn.
Elsenstraße.
Cats, cutlery. I guess it's just a lot of fun. The ambiences aren't bad. So here, let's try some. Just a few kind of long holds. Really pretty. Well, a lot of modern rhythm writing involves grabbing loops from other places. These aren't loops exactly, but they are, I would say, components of loops. It reminds me of how we used to sort of break loops into individual slices and map them across the keyboard and get kind of new, sort of re-edited, diced and sliced effects. And this is a really powerful way to create new sounds, rhythms that are your own, especially if you're working in rhythms that, or meters that aren't conventional, that aren't 4/4 or 3/4. And part of the reason this appeals to me is each slot has the ability to control filters, amplitude, filter envelope, pitch envelope, assigning LFOs to something over here. For instance, we can assign LFO to amplitude, pitch, or filter cutoff frequency. We can also assign it to the speed of another LFO. Now that's sporty. It's pretty powerful, and it uses the interface that we know already with Kontakt. Well, Myth Rhythm, I think right now is 40 euros, and it'll be going up, I think, very, very soon. So it might, if this is the kind of thing you like, it's just the kind of thing you like. My thanks to them for sending it my way to take a run at it. I've actually used it a couple of times already as a second rhythm track with sort of clicks and blips in the background of existing things with existing drums or existing loops. Very powerful in just the kind of way that I was hoping it would be. Well, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe and ding the bell to be notified when I do my videos, and I'll see you next time.